Hey, all you readers and book lovers out there. This is the Good Life Bookstore, and this is another rendition of Seen and Spoken, your author spotlight. I am one of your favorite authors, Good Life Russ, and you can follow me by that name on all social medias.
Hey everybody, I am Chloe Simone. You can find me at Chloe Simone Studio on all social media platforms. And also check all of us out on the Good Life Bookstore on every social media platform. But I believe we're at Good Bookstore on YouTube. So we got a slight little variation just to make it easier for you to find us. So we are here today with another amazing author. We have Miss Natalie Murphy, but I also understand that we have a pen name. Is it Nyla Drake? Tell us a little bit about who
Yes.
these two are.
So I am Natalie R Murphy. The R stands for Romance Junkie. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
And I am an award-winning romance writer. I've
Mhm.
written 10 contemporary romance novels.
Mhm.
Um, Several of them are award-winning novels. And I decided recently to dip my toe in the romantic genre. So I figure if I'm going to go into a different genre, I should probably have a different name. So I came up with the name Nyla Drake. And Nyla Drake is writing a romantasy about a female dragon shifter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I am having a blast with it. Matter of fact, I wrote those favorite two words of authors, the end, day before yesterday. So I'm doing my review of it. Then I'll get my beta readers and my editor, and we're going to take it on from there.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on another successful future
Thank you.
award-winning romantasy, I'm sorry,
I
book.
received that.
So we got our little segment that we like to do to start off called What's the Book? It's our 20 to 30 second kind of spill on what the book is about, kind of what audience might be interested in it without giving them too much. We did something a little different with you. So you have a nice series. So we wanted to give you the opportunity to do the What's the Book about this series.
Okay. Well, this is my Then Came You series. Then Came You is my very first book. And the readers loved that one so much, they wanted to know about the secondary characters. So I ended up creating a 4-part series so that I could talk about the secondary characters. So the first book, Then Came You, is about Jabari and Shannon and their new love. Love Beyond the Waves is about Shannon's best friend. Now I'm getting my characters mixed up. Her best friend, Chris, who is a ship photographer. So I call that my Black Love Boat series.
Yes.
One song is about Shannon's younger sister, Zanaya. And Right Now and Forever is about Lorenzo, who is Jabari's best friend. They are all steamy romances. They are all happily ever afters.
Oh, I love that. So what you're saying is we got so invested in the first book, we had to figure out what everybody else had going on.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. And where can we buy this bundle? Because now you know you need to go ahead and get all four.
Absolutely. So you can go to my website, natsbooks.net, natsbooks.net.
All right, beautiful.
That's y'all's instructions. Y'all got y'all homework. Get on that.
That's right. And I got a couple of freebies on my website as well. So
okay, we love freebies,
right?
We're gonna shop there. So I like to start at the beginning. So can you give us some insight on what it was like for you growing up in the house, reading and writing? Were books readily available? Was that the culture, or did you have to go to school and library to do a lot of your reading and writing?
So we went to the library. My dad used to take us to the library because my dad was an avid reader.
Okay.
And so he would take us to the library weekly, and we would get our books and we'd read them. And the next week we go back. I wrote my very first poem when I was in 3rd grade as part of one of the assignments, but the teacher told me that wasn't the assignment. And she handed me back my paper, told me I had to redo it. I was like, wow. But I picked it up again when I was in high school writing poetry. And then I ventured into doing some short stories, but I never planned. It was never even a thought in my head that I would be where I am now, and
Mhm.
absolutely loving it.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I went to college for photojournalism because I also love photography, and I did have a photography business before COVID shut it down. But
Mhm.
I didn't go through with that major because at that time, I'm about to tell my age, which I really don't care. Photography was still film photography, so it was very expensive, and we couldn't afford what I needed to go through the classes. But as God would have it, full circle came around. COVID shut down my photography business, and now I started writing
Mhm. Full-time author too.
full
Mhm.
time. Thank you, Jesus.
So let's talk a little bit more about your writing journey. So it progressed. First of all, shout out to poetry as being the gateway to these
Yeah.
fabulous books. We 100% love that. Tell me about that transition into being the full-time author.
So it, like I said, it wasn't a plan. It was nowhere on my radar. COVID had shut down my business. I was just laying around in the bed trying to plan out my day, and the story I did came to my head, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds cute. I like that." And then I promise, I heard God say, "Write the story,"
Mhm.
and I said, "No," because I was like, I don't know how to write a story that other people will want to. I gave him all the excuses. Who wants to read my stories? People don't know me. How do I get what's in my head on paper into Chloe's head, into Russ's head, so they see what I see? And then that's also a scary thought. Why are people in my head? So he didn't say anything. He just let me go ahead and keep fighting. And I fought with God for about 3 weeks. But this story continued to grow. And I was like, okay, God, if you're not going to let me let this go, you're going to have to sit with me in front of this computer because I don't know how to type either. So I went and sat down in front of my computer, me and my little sausage fingers, and we started typing. And in about 3 months, I had a full story. So I let my best friend read it. I let my mom and my sister read it, and they all agreed that I needed to do something with it. Fortunately, I love research. So I started researching the publishing process and I started comparing the processes, the self publishing to traditional, to vanity, a hybrid. And I decided self publishing was the way for me. And so 3 months later, I had self published my first book, Then Came You. And I told God, as long as you continue to download, I'll continue to write because Then Came You was my first award winning book.
Yeah.
And so I tell people that's the best fight I ever lost.
Learned your lesson.
I did. And since then, he's been downloading and I've been continuing to write. Like I
Mhm.
said, right now I have 10 self published romance novels, working on
Mhm.
number 11 under Nyla Drake. And from that, I also realized if I didn't know what to do when I finished my first manuscript, there are other people out there who don't know either. So
Mhm.
after about my third book, once I got the self-publishing process down, I created a workshop called From Pen to Publish, the Road to Self-Publishing. And I've been coaching writers into becoming authors. And I actually have two that have won awards as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of that.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
You're doing community work. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And I love it. That to me, winning awards that's amazing. I'm not going to put that down, but it is really amazing when I can help someone else and they say, "Hey, Nat, I published my book," because now they have that pride. They have
Mhm.
that feeling of accomplishment of
Mhm.
making their dream come true. And I love being a part of that.
Mhm. And you'll forever be connected to that. That's the beauty of showing up. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes you only gotta show up once, and they gonna remember this. Right, their kids gonna remember this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Generational gifts.
Yes. There you go.
How
Right?
we
Yes.
change the world one person
Mm,
at a time.
Yes.
mhm.
Yes.
So give us some insight on the writing process. So as you're creating these stories, are these stories personal to you? Are these things that you fantasize about? Are these things that you could imagine? Are these things that you researched and read about? Are these things you're creating? What is it like for you as you're writing these stories?
The answer to those questions is yes.
All of it.
So I get my ideas from everything and everywhere. Some people ask me, so are these your stories? Is this stuff that happened in your life? Some of the things in the stories, some of the general ideas are things that have happened in my life that I have seen, but they're so minuscule and so changed, for lack of a better term. When the story's done, it's not my story, and it's not my complete story. It might be just a snippet of something that I saw happen,
like inspired by your
yes
story.
exactly. So, and I'm what you call, you said, you asked about my writing style, Russ.
Yeah.
I'm what you call a pantser. You guys know what a pantser is?
No.
Somebody that writes by the seat of their pants. I have no outline or no format. I just write as the ideas come to me. And what I tell people is I write as the characters tell me what they want to happen.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I could be in the bed in the middle of the night and one of my characters will be like, I don't want to do that. This how I want this to go. I don't want to say that.
Well, you just helped me
right now.
Yeah, you just helped me because that's me. So if somebody call me that now, I don't gotta be offended. I'm like, oh yeah, that is. I am that.
Be proud to be a pantser.
Thanks for letting me know.
Absolutely. I tried doing the outline ones, and my brain like to explode it because it was too confining for me to try to go step by step, and it just wasn't working for me. So when I got to the point that I had written enough crap, I threw that out and restarted.
See, now Chloe will tell you, I'm gonna fight for an outline too. I love a good outline. But I love that you're proving that every writer has their own style. You know what I mean? There's no one size. And we were talking about this on the last episode. Sometimes I feel like that's how we are stigmatized against as Black people is like, oh, this isn't politically correct, or this isn't written a certain how they teach you in school. Like that ain't how we write.
Exactly.
I wasn't listening in school.
They didn't teach me to write romance in school. They taught me to write an essay and think, but they didn't teach me how to write my romance scenes in school.
Yeah.
So it's gonna say some things that's not grammatically correct. That's okay. That's the culture.
I love that.
That's why I write authentically Black characters. Because somebody asked, would I write any other characters? I can't. I don't know that culture. And I don't think I would do it justice. I know my culture. I know Black culture, and I know Black love. So that's what I write about. And that's what I tell people in my workshop. Write what you know about. Write what's in your heart, because that's what's going to grab the people. Like one lady asked me, she was so funny because she was trying to whisper. She said, so when you write those love scenes, what do you feel? I said, I feel everything you feel. Because if I don't feel it, you won't feel it. She's like, oh, I'm so glad you said that.
So I want to just clarify, for the audience, some of our audience members are stiflers. So when we say love scenes, are we talking erotic? Are we talking HBO? Are we talking OnlyFans?
Wait.
Because the people want to know.
Why were those the only options?
The people want to know.
I've just started hearing about Only, so I'm not sure what that is quite yet. I think that's
it's for adults.
Yeah. So my scenes are passionate love scenes.
Okay.
I would rate them a step above R, not X, not exotic.
Okay.
Erotica. Matter of fact, one of my concerns when I was writing, I call them my passion scenes. When I was writing my passion scenes, I was like, okay, what's my mom going to think about this? What's the church people going to think about this? So I showed my mom, and she said, she read the first book, and she said, no, she said, it's fine. She said, because it's all in the context of love. It's not raunchy. So I tell people, my mom said, it's okay for me to write my passion scene.
Seal of approval.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because we have to make that distinction. I love that you said, you're writing in a new genre. And there's a lot of genres, and there's a lot of people looking for specific books. So I
Mhm.
find, as like a librarian, a holder of books, like, okay, sometimes we got to be specific because this person may not know. And
Right.
because I have an erotic book, and like my older people are like, yeah, I like it, but hey, it's not, I don't want to put this on my shelf. They'll give it back. Like, I feel like my mom is looking at me, shaking her head, like, I gotta get this back. So I learned through that. Now I know to tell people, like, okay, this is da 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 da. You might not
Yeah.
want this one.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to let them know. Because I've had people say, well, is it Christian romance?
Hmm.
Which they mean, is there sex in the book? Yes,
Yeah,
there's sex in the book. So in your terms of Christian romance, no. But what is Christian romance? Because
I don't even know.
the church is filled with people because people came together doing what I wrote about in my book.
They
That's
read the
Christian
book.
romance. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So you can't. Well, for me, you can't. I know my books are not about church, but you can't say that romance is not Christian and
Right.
making love is not Christian.
I
God
agree
made
with
us
that.
to be relational people, and He said for us to be fruitful and multiply. Guess how we do that? You know,
When you write, you write.
I guess some people don't appreciate the step-by-step instruction. So,
right?
and then side note for the people that returned the books to you, nobody said they stopped reading. They
Oh,
gave
they
us
read it.
That part.
We just want
That
to,
part.
yeah, we want to slide all that
They
in.
don't want no proof they read it, but they read it.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
How you know what's in there? How you know how far it went?
Busted.
I'm gonna shift gears just a little bit.
Okay.
Because I noticed that you said that you also the romance writer for the Melanin and Marriage magazine. Tell me a little bit about that. Now, what did that entail?
Okay, so there's a podcast called Melanin and Marriage, and they talk about relationships, and it's about our relationships. So the CEO Angie Lewis asked me because I'd been on her podcast for Valentine's Day, talking about my book on Valentine's Day, and she asked me if I wanted to write the romance column for the magazine. I was like, yes. So, Melanin and Marriage magazine is a magazine about us, by us, for us, all about our relationship. Now, it's titled Melanin and Marriage, but it's for anybody, whether you're in love, mad at love, married, divorced, single. There is an article in that magazine for everybody. We've got recipes, we've got spotlight couples. So I write the romance column, and every month my column, and I love it because I'm free to just say what I want to say about romance. So I'm giving ideas, tips, and hints on how to spice up your relationship. The magazine, though, it covers a lot of perspectives. The Christian perspective. We've got men writing, we've got women writing, and even if two of us have the same title, it's from a different perspective. So where Russ would write from a male perspective, I would write from a female perspective. And it's like I said, it's a digital magazine. You can DM me to get the link to purchase it. It's $36 for a year subscription. We're coming up on our first year next month of the magazine, so we're excited about that. But it is an amazing magazine, and it's the first digital magazine I'd ever seen. So when you receive it in your email, you click the link, and there's an envelope. You can click the envelope, and the cover of the magazine floats out of this envelope, and music starts playing, and it's amazing magazine. It's right there in front of you, and I love it. Even if I wasn't a writer in the magazine, I would buy this magazine.
Okay. I definitely want to check them out, and I do want to add an extra congratulations. Tell them how many years of marriage you're celebrating, because you're giving this from real world experience.
Yes, so we just celebrated our 40th anniversary on August 9th.
Yes.
Congratulations.
40 years. So, and actually, we're on the cover of this month's Melanin and Marriage magazine for our anniversary.
Nice.
And we also did
Yes.
we did the podcast
Mhm.
last week for Melanin and Marriage. So if you want to check that out, that was a lot of fun too. You get to meet my husband and see how different we are, but how amazing we are together.
So y'all model too. Got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I love seeing, union. I love seeing families. What was that like for you going through not just your writer's journey, but your journey of life, having, that partner?
Well, like with everybody's journey, there are ups and downs.
Hmm.
And you just have to, for us, we know we went in this thing. We're doing this once, that's it, that's all. So come hell or high water, we gonna make this work. And both have come. And we still together.
Yeah, figured it out.
Yes. I mean, marriage is a commitment. It's a commitment for life, not a commitment for when I get mad at you or when I don't want to be bothered with
Mhm.
you or when I discovered I'm a new person. Because that to me is the key. It's being new people. We are
Mhm.
constantly reinventing ourselves. And you
Mhm.
have to be open enough to allow that person to reinvent themselves and you all grow together. So
Mhm.
you can get through anything if you're committed and put your mind to it. Because one of the things I think about, and I know he does as well too, if this argument today is not going to be important next month, next week, next year, why are we gonna let that separate us?
Right.
Mhm.
So, and a lot of times people argue just because they have a different perspective on things.
Hmm.
That you have to expect somebody's gonna have a different perspective on things. It's okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, so 40 years, it's been a lot of good times. It's been some down times, but we
Hmm.
got through it. We celebrated by going to the Grand Canyon. That was the first time I've ever been to the Grand Canyon.
Oh,
If you've never
wow.
been, you have to go.
I love it.
Oh my gosh,
I've never been.
it's incredible. It's incredible. If you go there and don't see and feel God, oh my goodness,
Hmm.
Mm.
it's an amazing, amazing. There are no words for how beautiful that hole in the ground is.
So, what I was wondering too, are you the only writer in the family?
Yes, I
Okay.
actually am. Yeah.
Okay.
So my sister, she wrote a book. Hers is more of a self-help book on
Okay.
how to start a business.
Mhm.
But she always teases. She said, "I started this writing thing, but you just took it to a whole nother level."
Right. Well, I was going to ask, are you the only creative in the family? Even if they don't write, are they doing other things?
Yeah. So my mom is creative, but she doesn't really think she is. But so like we had this one apartment and we had this, it was a huge living room. And she said, I'm not getting ready to buy all the furniture I need for that. So she created a rock garden in the living room. She went out, got
Mm.
some bricks, she spray painted them gold. She put a sheet on the floor because it was wood flooring. She got a bunch of rocks and she put all her plants because she's got a green thumb. She put all her plants under there and it was right under the window. It was gorgeous. So there are some creatives in the family, but I am the more creative one.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
We
I
can
also
see it.
worked in preschool for 22 years.
Mm.
So I was always coloring and making things and playing and Play-Doh and stuff with kids. So
Yeah, with the kids, right?
of
Mhm.
course, kids. Oh, I love the kids though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, where are we now? Is there enough you can tell us about your next writing project that's coming up, or is that something you want them to focus on what you got out now?
No, I'd love to talk about it. So the book, my new romantasy, is called The Dragon's Heart Scale. And it's a romance. Like I say, it's romance and fantasy with high focus on romance, because again,
Hmm.
middle name, romance junkie. And So it's about two people whose lives are not supposed to intertwine, but they do, and there, of course, there are consequences for it. But the thing I love about it is that the female main character is a dragon shifter,
Mm-hmm.
and so therein lies her problem because he's a wingless. All the humans in my book, I refer to them as wingless.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dragon's term. So dragons and wingless are not supposed to combine their bloodline, but somewhere along the way it happened, and that's what created the situation that they have to rectify. And
Mm-hmm.
again, it's a happily ever after. I'm a happily ever after kind of girl.
I love that.
Can I tell you how much I just live for Black people in fantasy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
it when I say it just makes me so excited because we've been getting exposed because we're kind of like an unknown segment of the genre a lot of times.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we've been able to be in this platform and be exposed to more writers that are writing these stories. And these ideas are so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my gosh, when we talk about like the different shows and the movies that we're watching, and sometimes you just, you can have 15 different streaming services and nothing to watch. And a lot
Man.
of these ideas will just be repetitive, it'll be the same thing. And then we get to talk to authors like you that are like pushing the envelope and the boundaries. And I love that there are stories out there, these stories exist, and that we get to take part in more people knowing that they exist. And I'm hoping getting to the point where we're seeing those on the screens as well. So I'm super excited about all of this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty excited about this one too. This is like I say, I'm stepping into new territory, so it's stretching me. This has
Mm-hmm.
not been as easy writing because even though it's fantasy, you want it to make sense.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
had to make sure I had all the right connectors and make sure that it was flowing and make sure that it sounded like something that could really, really happen. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot easier writing contemporary romance because there are no
And
dragons shifting.
right, right. But I want you to touch on that just a little bit because I do want more authors to put this out to other aspiring
Hey,
authors.
Zachary.
We, a lot of times we talk about writing as our craft, as our skill, as our talent. I'm sorry. And that a lot of people will just like think that you're naturally born this way. Like you said, you were hearing the stories. A lot of times we're seeing and hearing things that don't exist yet. And I definitely believe we're gifted in that way. But it's also a skill. Just because it is something that you could be naturally inclined to do doesn't mean it doesn't require work and development. So can you talk a little bit about that, about how you can respect the art as a gift, but kind of the responsibility we have in being able to have a skill to translate that?
Oh, absolutely. Because when I set out and said, "Hey, I want to write a romantasy," I had to do research.
Right.
I had to find out what are the things that are happening with dragons. What are things? How does that shift happen? You can't say, "Well, she shifted into a dragon." Well, you got to pull the reader in.
Yeah.
And so, in doing that, I'm gonna kind of spool it back. You have to know your audience. Because if you're writing to a romance audience, you have to know what's expected of that genre. I tell people in my workshop that every genre has a personality, and you have to know that personality because romance readers are expecting romance. If you end the story with "he fell off the cliff and died," you're going to have some angry readers on your hands. Romance readers look for happily ever after. So it is a skill. You have to know what your genre personality is, and you have to do the research because you want it to be believable. You want to build your reader base instead of chase them away.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
true.
you have to make it believable, and it's more than just writing a story. Even contemporary romance, it's more than just writing. They met, they fell in love. You got to give you have to touch on all the senses to bring your readers in.
Yes.
You got, what does it smell like? What does the room look like? What does she look like? What does he look like? What are they feeling? You know, what's the weather like? Is the wind blowing? Is it cold and freezing? You want to bring your readers in. So it takes more than just sitting down writing, hey, they fell in love and got married.
So you can be a gifted writer, but there is going to be some work to become the award-winning author.
No doubt, no doubt. And in part of that, so even though as a writer, I'm still not doing this by myself, because you have to have people behind you. You have to have your beta readers. You have to have your editors. You have to have your whoever does your covers, whether it's an artist or a photographer, or you do it yourself. So there's a team that helps make that come to fruition. And like you said, to be an award-winning author, you have to pull all of that together, and you have to research these people. Who can you trust to be beta readers? Because I've had people to be beta readers who ultimately just wanted to read the book and not have to pay anything, and they never gave me any feedback. They never did any reviews. I had an editor who did a great job, but then she ghosted me. I've had people that I come through my workshop to say that they talked to other people who were supposed to help them and took their money and got nothing for it. So not only have to research the story, you have to research the people that you're going to have on your team. So yeah, there's more to writing than just writing.
Thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
Well put. All right, so it's been a wonderful interview. That is our
It has been.
time.
I enjoyed
Yes,
it.
thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
You did so wonderful. So can you tell them where to find your book again?
Yes, so you can find my book on my website, netsbooks.net. You can also sign up for my workshop, which I can do. I don't have a date set right now, but I also do one-on-ones. And you can also inbox me or hit me up on comment on my website if you're interested in Melanin Marriage Magazine.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So is there any final words you want to leave us with? Any quotes, any sayings, anything that's on your heart?
My favorite quote is, do it scared. When I started this journey and I had this book and I was about to put it out into this world, I was scared senseless. But I heard Joyce Meyer say, do it scared. And that is my mantra. I hold on to that for dear life. So if you got an idea, do it scared. Don't let fear stop you, because fear is always going to be there.
Thank you.
You just have to tell it no.
Thank you for coming once again. It's been a pleasure having you. This
Thank
has
you
been
for
another
having me.
episode of Seen and Spoken. So y'all can follow us everywhere. Good Life Bookstore on YouTube, Good Bookstore, and goodlifebookstore.com is where you can buy the books, where you can see episodes like this, and you can learn a bit more. Make sure y'all reading, make sure y'all writing. We love y'all. We see y'all next time.
Thank you.
Peace.